police. Jesus.
Yeah, that is kind of scary. But you know what's worse? Fighting a time wizard. And just in case you didn't hear what I said, the only thing worse than that is fighting a time wizard. Quantum Break. Junction 1, Hardline PR. October 10th, 2016, 25 hours after Fracture in Time.
My name is Paul Serene. I founded Monarch Solutions 17 years ago with a very clear purpose. There are those who would question my actions. I'm recording this as a final statement of vindication, a testimony of how things came to be. I've always been devoted to my mission. Never deterred from my goal, no matter the sacrifice. Because I've seen where this leads. I've seen where it all ends.
We have a problem. No word from Jack Joyce's transport. It should have arrived here by now. We may have a traitor on the inside. You're due for your treatment. I'll find who's behind this.
Find Jack. That's our priority. Get your best man on it.
There's more. As you know, Jack's level of interference led to unexpected complications. Witnesses from the university were transported here. You need to take a look. We can't afford any further obstacles at this stage of the plan. Now, I see two options. We could use force, remove any loose ends. But if those witnesses disappear,
The public will start asking questions. Potentially turn on Monarch.
You done? Okay, so just for you, those you who don't understand, this is the bad guy. The guy we're currently playing as is very much the bad guy. But there seems to be 3 or 4 main players. There's Beth, who is their traitor on the inside, who's probably helped Jack at this point in time. There is Paul Serene, the man that that Jack, our main character and our hero of this story, I think, conducted this experiment with. And he went through the machine. And then we have this guy, who is also Paul Serene, but Paul Serene from the past, or the future, who got sent backwards into the past in one of their first experiments. And it seems like he has premonitions of the future, and he has extreme control over his powers, like, extreme control. I have no clue where Jack is right now.
alternatively, I could mount a broad PR strategy, get the city on our side. But that leaves us with
The loose ends.
Precisely.
Mr. Serene?
The choice is yours, but keep in mind, the men will view your decision as a unified strategy moving forward.
There's the time travel core. The whole reason they invaded the university to begin with.
Jack would never understand the necessity of what I'd done. It wasn't the death William deserved, but his knowledge posed too great a risk to our plan.
And what is that plan? When it's a core heist operation. Chapter current live apostle door to Paul Serene. Background: a strange brother of Jack Joyce, a renowned physicist, proposed existence of Cronin field at age 19, invented first time machine prototype, developed countermeasure, joined Project Provenance as consultant after death of Dr. Kim. Countermeasure, so they know about that. Notable qualities: history of exhibiting erratic behavior, undiagnosed but likely suffers from schizophrenia disorder. Highly intelligent, received warnings of fracture from unknown female source. May have received knowledge of crime-related Monarch operations. Will refuse to accept inevitability end of time. May lead to unpredicted behavior. Briefing: Dr. Joyce will be present in Time Machine Lab during the onset of the fracture at 4:15. All exits are to be covered. Wait until 4:16. William Joyce will appear upon entry. Huh. Well, that didn't go all that well, now did it? But interesting. So, I got the sense that maybe, I don't quite know this the case, but it seems like Beth, the one that warned William of the fracture, it seems like she already knew Jack, who is William's brother. It seemed like she already knows him. I'm wondering if at some point in the future, Jack will jump through time using his powers, warn Beth, and then Beth, because she seemed to know him, it gets so confusing. But it seems like they didn't anticipate Jack's powers. And it seems like Paul didn't really know Jack had powers to begin with. Otherwise, he may have been a bit more fearful of him and not have captured him.
It was the first time I'd visited the Ground Zero operation in ages. The location I'd arrived in when I went 17 years back in time. The location where my fate was sealed 6 years ago.
Oh. So that's what happened when he went through the machine. He got sent back in time to what stood there before. Because that's the way the machine works. It puts you in its relative position in that time. Interesting.
We had Jack in custody, but I was starting to witness visions from the future which made it clear that could change very soon.
Interesting. So he sees visions from the future, but he definitely doesn't have control of them. So witness to Quarry's operation, capture life possible. Known friend Paul Serene before incident. Parents deceased. Raised self in teen years as brother became distant. Current record in Massachusetts: Grand Theft Auto, simple assault, attempt to rob or steal. Left Liverpool in 2010, never returned until incident. Recent weapons training in Lossos. Light and heavy firearms, arrested for weapons-related charges in 2015, charges dropped. Relevant qualities: history of violent behavior when pushed, lack of respect for authority figures, no knowledge of fracture or Monarch operations. Onset of fracture will render Jack Cronin enabled, so they did know. May possess low-level Cronin abilities. Briefing: Jet Joyce will be present at the Time Machine Lab. Okay, so it's the same thing. Except they didn't quite anticipate what they got. They anticipated powers, but I don't think they anticipated quite what kind of powers he would have. And just how much of a pain in the ass he would be. So we need to make a decision about you?
Who is this?
Amy Ferrero. She's one of the witnesses. Awaiting your orders on how to proceed.
What does that mean?
My powers grew stronger, even as the Chronon syndrome worsened.
Oh.
I could choose a path that would become the actual future. But it wasn't optional. The moment wouldn't end until I made up my mind.
Junction impacts. The junction power reveals two potential futures. Your decision on each junction point will steer the stories of both the game and the live-action show. Yeah, we did see that. There is a live-action show. Also, there seems to be a connection to Alan Wake. I have no clue. There is so much to this game. So we have to make decisions on how we're gonna do this. Hold to show hardline, hold to show PR. So hardline is probably shoot her in the fucking head. PR, oh. Why are we getting this kind of a decision? This is so strange to put us in this kind of a position. I know what I would do. See, I know nothing about this game, so I can't influence my decision with future knowledge. I know nothing. I think I'll play this as Joyce, as he would play it. Which is the same way he played out handling our brother. Hard.
Any potential threats to our plan need to be erased.
Wait!
Monarch would take a hardline approach. Crush all obstacles, eliminate all witnesses. It would be harsh. But I had made hard choices for the greater good before.
I dug through the area and I found everything I could on your bro. This is messed up, man. I trusted Monarch.
But the people of Riverport would turn against us.
You murderer!
Our secrets would be safe, but the public would hate us, and Jack would gain new allies.
Monarch's got no authority to stop you, and you tell that to everybody on that bridge.
Oh, so we get to see, okay.
Initialize a PR campaign.
I want a statement.
And that violence was because of Jack Joyce.
Monarch would take a PR-friendly approach and manipulate the public into siding with us. Our lies would give us control.
The manhunt continues as authorities search for Jack Joyce.
Hey, somebody's sneaking around down there. Hey! I think that's Jack Joyce!
We'd use the media to expose, then hunt for Jack.
I uploaded all the files I stole on that USB stick from the Monarch security station.
But the eyewitnesses would be out there, and Jack would learn our secrets.
Serene chooses the PR approach. He manipulates me to frame Jack Joyce as the villain in the university incident. Or Serene chooses our line approach. He orders all witnesses to university operation eliminated. So now we have to confirm which choice he wants. I'm actually thinking maybe PR. Because it's not quite the hardline approach, but he gave William a chance to join him, and I think he would do a similar situation here. As well, it may give us a bit of better insight, since it seems like Jack will gain insight from Amy from information she'll apparently steal. So he chooses the future, but he doesn't quite know how everything plays out. I think we'll go with the PR approach, because that would allow them to put more heat on Jack. Make it more dangerous for him to try and do anything, and I think Paul kind of fears Jack in some way.
We can't risk any unwanted attention. Convince the witnesses not to talk. Keep eyes on them and send them home. Initialize a PR campaign. We need the city on our side.
Not this one. She's the head of the anti-Monarch movement. I think we're looking at the new face of our campaign.
Oh.
Jack!
There's no other way out. I'm going through the machine.
Here we go.
Oh, wait, no! Jack! This way! Jack!
So we're gonna learn more about what occurred?
I use my power to guide us. To decide how to best prepare for the inevitable end of time. That gives the chosen few a chance to survive. I've seen the end of time.
That's another thing. This very much is like Alan Wake. Community, 65% of the community agree with your choice. This feels like a mixture of Life is Strange and Alan Wake with a bit of a shooter aspect to it. So... Oh. Episode 1, Monarch Solutions. Quantum Break. Act 2, perfect place to hide something.
Let's talk about the dry dock incident. Monarch operatives transported you from the university to the Ground Zero operation at the shipyard.
Still upset about that, huh?
You were secured, unconscious.
Will?
Liam Burke went to retrieve you, and you were gone. How?
Sleepwalking.
Step away! Right now! You've 3 seconds till I pull.
Have better reflexes.
And you're a marksman.
Oh.
Okay.
Use it. Time is just a suggestion for you. Haha.
We know Beth Wilder assisted you in some manner.
Then I'm guessing you know the rest.
No, because everybody who saw what you did next is now dead.
Huh.
I didn't have a clue where I was or why. Never questioned it because it didn't feel real. Still waiting to wake up.
Huh. October 9, 2016, 2 hours after the whole thing occurred. 2 hours after the fracture. Collecting Crimson Source allows Jet to upgrade its powers. Oh. Active pulse using time dodge and time rush would temporarily reveal enemy positions. Increase threat detection, remain revealed for longer. Fractional range and time vision is increased. Time stop increased strength. Time stop's durability is increased, allowing more bullets to be stacked on before it collapses. Time stop's rate is increased, making it easier to capture multiple targets within the bubble. Extra activation allows shot to launch up to 3 time stops. Oh, we have to. These are linear upgrades.
Beth Wilder risked blowing her cover to rescue you. Sounds like you didn't exactly return the favor.
No. I didn't.
Didn't have much of a choice.
Thanks for that, asshole.
It seems like he's actually gonna be a bit of a friend to you, so maybe he's up on the asshole comments, okay?
The old industrial area. Why am I here?
I'm not sure. She keeps going at ground zero. Yeah, we can hear their conversation? Yeah, murals have been popping up everywhere. Creepy.
Only way forward.
Ooh. Use time vision to highlight destructible objects in the environment. Okay, I see. This is a very interesting mixture of things. Very, very interesting. Christ! How would they not hear that?
Well, that's weird.
What? Time triggers. Some time triggers allow Jet to manipulate the timeline? Specific objects? Wait, what? Meaning... we can reset it so no one can follow. At least. Oh.
Okay. Doesn't last. Noted.
So we can only temporarily.
When the fracture broke time, some objects became unstable. With my
You
new
became
abilities, I
unstable.
can manipulate their timelines, rewind them.
Pretty sure you became unstable. Hey, here we go. Another one of these. Take it.
All right.
Okay, get ready to run, bud. There it goes. Do not fall. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is actually a lot of fun. This is a combination of several different types of games, if I'm being honest.
Still no word from Burke on Jack Joyce's position.
Very well. Ready a chopper for me at the dry dock. I'm heading to the island.
Roger. We'll have the chopper.
Seeing Paul's face on that screen, it was some kind of sick reminder. I couldn't escape what had happened, what he did.
Yeah.
I needed to know why. But part of me wanted to put a fucking bullet in his head before he could open his mouth.
Want us to send additional teams to search for Joyce?
Negative. Focus efforts in our PR campaign. Amy Ferrero's confession goes live in a matter of minutes.
What about Jack Joyce?
Once that confession hits the air, the whole city will be looking for him. He'll have nowhere to turn. He'll come to me tonight.
At the gala? You're sure?
Positive.
So he knows what's to come. Something about there's something wrong with all of this. HR Edge just got word from Hatch. Apparently our almighty overlord, J.K. Pulse, Erin, has given the green light on our PR proposal. We are implementing a broad PR strategy to deal with the public reaction to university operation. That means that you will all be working with me directly for the next several hours, whether you like it or not. First up, news broadcast. I'm skimming through the list of witnesses pulled from the university and marked the best candidates to deliver our false confession. Amy Ferrero, perfect mix of hot and sad puppy. Ew. Media weed are up. Green screen and recording equipment are being prepared as we speak. Time is of the essence. Time is of the essence, and yet time is merely a suggestion. At least for us, it is. I need that video shot and delivered to me within the next half hour in order to get it to the media in time, so get it ready for her 15 minutes of fame. I'm gonna be pinning all this on Jack Joyce, that wacky little domestic terrorist rascal. Somebody needs to take the fall for it, right? You are a terrible person. Like, in a company of terrible people, you're the worst. The device that Monarch stole from the university, but Charlie isn't allowed to know any further details about due to his security clearance, has been airlifted to the Ground Zero operation. I'm arguing converted transport to its final destination at Monarch Tower. Be eye on the sky and the monitoring traffic to make sure the route is clear. Also, I want my security clearance upgraded once this shit comes down. Level 4? Bullshit. So searching for Joyce, transport disappeared after entering Ground Zero perimeter, digging through hundreds of camera feeds to see if anything comes up. Even if we can't locate him ourselves, it's not like Joyce can go anywhere without somebody spotting him once Ferrero does her thing. Even Burke is leading the search party on the ground. $5 to anybody who can make Burke smile. Huh. See, here's the thing. You guys are... There's just something about all of this. The time, the fractures, everything about it just... There's something more to this. And it's something I don't like. There's a... just necessity in everything that's occurred. It's... I don't know how to say it. It's like everything is happening in an order that it's already happened before. It's like, I think we're in a loop of some kind. A loop that's yet to resolve itself. But now it is.
Looks like some bitch named Amy's gonna be the poster girl for Serene's PR campaign. Filming confession videos. We blew the library to create misdirection. The media's gonna latch to that, and Amy's gonna tell them the protesters were behind the whole thing.
But you honestly think that's gonna be enough? We made a hell of a lot of noise out there.
Well, you haven't seen Serene and Hatch work their magic. 11 minutes after we left, I heard the cleaners had every bullet hole filled. Police have the whole campus roped off. But guess who paid off the police?
Jesus.
Yeah, that is kind of scary. But you know what's worse? Fighting a time wizard. And just in case you didn't hear what I said, the only thing worse than that is fighting a time wizard. Go, Joyce, Joyce.
Positive ID on Joyce.
I may have just broke the game.
It's Joyce.
Have a nice day. Good. Can you stop? There we go, final guy. Ay, 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 ay. This is really bad. Got him. We good?
That's for Will.
Yeah. Okay, we're good. Oh, there's a crone thing. Huh, I could drop that on them. So I probably should try scouting before I go in guns and blazing. Seems like a better option.
This elevator looks like the only way out of here. There's gotta be a generator around here somewhere.
Yeah, I can see the time thingy up there I need. I love that comment. In those few seconds, Jack had killed half the guy's men.
What the hell is that?
The hell is that?
Hello?
Jack, this is Beth Wilder.
Beth. You're the one my brother was looking for.
I'm the one who was attempting to rescue your ass until you decided to go on a gun-blazing ship parade through that warehouse.
You know
now
what?
Listen closely. You're at the outskirts of a Monarch Cronin harvesting operation, and Paul Serene is at the drydocks nearby. Not a recipe for fun times. So how about
Drydocks. If Paul's at the drydocks, then that's where I'm headed.
No! Jack, the fracture is our only priority now. Time is ending. Will said he...
Will's dead. My best friend came back a goddamn monster. He knew this would happen. He prepared for it. Paul's the key to understanding all this, and I'm gonna find him.
We both know that if you find Serene, you're not gonna be asking questions.
Yeah.
Think this through.
Yeah. But then again, Joyce, or at least Jack Joyce, isn't exactly known for his, question-asking qualities. His history made that clear. Honestly, we may be one of the only people that could theoretically stand against, Paul. Pretty hard to miss this one. Take that.
Paul was at the drydocks in the distance. I recognized the place. William had a workshop in that industrial area for years. I knew that couldn't be a coincidence.
So remember, there's technically two timelines going on. There's the past, or possibly the present, depending on whether or not the situations have resolved themselves.
Please just let me go.
You did good, Amy. Broadcast just went out, but Hatch wants a follow-up confession. You got the script?
Yeah, this one's more reflective. Like, wish we could undo what we done sort of deal. Dave will feed you the lines.
Dave? You're using your names. You're not letting me go, are you? You're never letting me go. Please. I didn't do anything. I just...
It ain't fair, right?
Ooh.
What was that?
We need to do something. Got him. Right in the dick.
That's all of them.
You okay, kid?
Jack, Joyce.
Uh-huh.
From the protest. What do you...
I am so sorry. I didn't want to, but they made me do it.
They made you do what? What is this place?
They forced me to make false confessions for the news, I think. I'm so sorry, Jack. They were armed.
Hey, whatever you did, it's not your fault. None of this is your fault. I'm just glad you're okay.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. So she's gonna be an ally then. Taints Cronin. Huh. Link to the future. Locate one quantum ripple in one...
I knew Monarch was doing something, but this is completely fucked up.
Huh. You have not even a single clue what's actually going on. This involves the end... Don't you fucking look at me like that. This involves the end of time. But interesting. So she's gonna be an ally. So if we had taken a hard line, it would have made it easier dealing with the public and avoiding getting seen. But if we had taken... If we took the option we did, it means that we now have her as an ally, though things are going to be a bit more difficult when it comes to moving around and making progress. Sophia, yes, the fracture has begun, and yes, it will take its inevitable course. But you worry too much. I understand your concerns, but our preparations will be ready by the time it has run its course. Keep in mind that I've been to the end of time. I've seen how this plays out. We've taken every precaution necessary, now we just need to make sure that the pieces fall into place. Cannot cancel the gala tonight. The team needs reinsurance that our plan is moving forward without further complications. I'm gonna read from here because I realize I've been reading the emails backwards. Huh. So, he's not trying to stop it. He's trying to survive it. He believes that the pieces need to fall into place. Otherwise... he's gonna fucking cause the end of time. Oh, shit. The fracture occurred at exactly 4:15, just as you predicted. However, the stars seem to be occurring at an alarming rate, much more frequently than we expected. I know better than to question your knowledge on the matter, but I just wanted to be sure that the timeline you proposed grants us enough time for what must be done. You didn't receive your treatments before you left. I can't stress how important that is. You continue to consistent treatment. Efficiency will dwindle. Can't afford for your sickness to intensify. Not now. Please come to the island and receive your treatment as soon as time permits. Huh. So he needs some kind of treatment for an illness that was caused by his original exposure to the Cronin and ultimately his gaining of his powers. Yes, the fracture has begun, and yes, it will take its inevitable course, but don't worry too much. I understand your concerns, but our preparations will be ready by the time it has run its course. Keep in mind that I've been to the end of time. Thing is, nothing in time, as we saw, nothing in time is set in stone until the events have occurred. Even going back and changing things, events that are set in stone are set in stone. They can't be changed. Inevitably, everything ends at the same point, so... I don't know. There's a lot to this that we don't understand. We've taken every precaution necessary, we just need to make sure the pieces fall into place. We cannot cancel the gala tonight. The team needs reassurance that our plan is moving forward without further complications. You'll be learning soon that there will be complications. And those who aren't aware of the lifeboat protocol need to guarantee that their efforts are not in vain. They need to know that I am in control. The university was the first step. Now the real work begins. I'm almost finished at ground zero. I'll head up to the island. Huh. So he's definitely got a bit of a, like, god complex thing going on. He's in control. He's controlling this. These seem to be from the future. Huh. Okay. How you doing?
Listen, I need to get to the dry docks. Do you know the way?
No, I don't think so. But they took me in through a security station nearby. I can help you find a way through there. I owe you.
Yeah, you really do. Whoa.
The security station is right over there. Oh, I knew Monarch had a dark side, but this? They're controlling the entire media, everything.
Oh, you have no clue.
They can't cover this up. It's too big.
They can, trust me.
There's a point in there. You can get to it.
It's locked. Okay, there must be a gate control around somewhere.
Yeah, I'll check.
Also, if you hear gunfire, just duck.
Monarch's twisting the story for the media, claiming the protest went hostile and that we detonated the library. They're blaming you, Jack.
I'm Paul Scapegoat.
Yep.
This isn't good. Once that newscast goes live, the whole city is gonna be against you. Nobody's gonna have a clue what really happened.
Nope. Not unless I can go back in time and change it.
Okay, from the university?
I have no idea.
They told me they were sent home, but I don't know what to believe anymore.
I think I'm gonna have to find a way in through the roof from the other side of the gate, so just open it.
Hey, it worked.
Ay, crap.
It's not holding long. I don't think you're fast enough.
Oh no, I'm fast. Ah. Yeah, it can be fixed with a different power, though. Don't freak out too much.
I think you need to get to this side of the gate somehow. Oh my god. You're just like them.
Yeah, I was kind of right where... What do you mean?
I saw them on the way in. These geared up soldiers that blink in and out.
Okay.
That's new.
Well, something new to look forward to.
You know, I thought I was losing my mind when I saw
Oh no.
that. You're part of this.
Oh yeah.
I need to know what's going on.
Into time, into the world.
You just defied physics.
I defied a lot of things.
Alright, my brother tried to explain. Time is an egg, which is now fucked. A time egg, which is... it's fucked. It's like broken. I don't know.
What? Why is there an egg?
Why does everyone ask that question? It's a metaphor.
Time is ending. Monarch has something to do with it. Get me to the dry docks and I'll find out why.
I told you didn't want to hear the answer. Just complete silence after that. Yeah, time is completely and utterly screwed beyond belief. I think I can put it in more eloquent terms there, Jack. Time is broken. I think time itself isn't necessarily ending, because why would time just suddenly end for seemingly no reason, you know? I think time's ending because of the meddling of your brother, William, which has now resulted in the fracture being something that could possibly end time. I think he saw the end of time if the fracture was not brought under control. But I think the fracture can be brought under control.
Yeah, that should work. Wait here.
Yeah, I'm already climbing a lot. I need powers. I need upgrades, otherwise I'm not gonna survive.
Well, I'll fill you in with what I know, but When you put the pieces together, it all goes banana pancakes.
Fair enough.
So everyone thinks that Monarch is run by this smarmy asshole named Martin Hatch, but everyone here answers to a guy named Paul Serene. And apparently he founded Monarch in 1999.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing. Paul Serene is the exact name of a guy who was heading some top secret physics project at my university. So
Indeed.
It's gotta be the same guy, right?
Most likely.
Wrong. Now, I heard that Monarch was there to steal the project from the university, but why steal something from yourself?
Quite.
What have we got
Also,
here?
I saw that guy Paul Serene on campus once, and he looked like 30 years old. So if he started Monarch in 1999, that would make him 14. So unless he's a Doogie Howser for corporate America, that's impossible. Banana fucking pancakes.
Yeah, possibility. Possibility and impossibility no longer exists. You can basically just throw those concepts completely out the window at this point in time.
Need to get up to that window.
Yeah. Shut up. I know. I'm gonna switch around the bottom floor real quick. It is so freaking confusing when you're dealing with time travel. The game may and or may not explain itself. The references to Alan Wake make me think otherwise. Because Alan Wake sure so didn't explain itself.
Is that another one of those rewind things? I'm starting to get the hang of this.
Kind of.
Made it. Ooh. Now to get to that door.
Mm-hmm. And look for anything that could possibly clue us into a way to stop all of this.
Mr. Serene's chopper is inbound for...
Hey, Clarice? That you?
This is HQ Alpha.
Did you
Charlie,
forget about
I
me
told
in
you to
there?
stay off the operations channel.
Sure, Clarice, listen. Hatch told me to search for Joyce. I got footage of Bert taking out a guard in A1. Back a Monarch truck was left open. Now I'm checking cameras in A3 and guards are either sleeping on the job or, you know, not sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Catch my drift?
Joyce.
With a trajectory towards kicking over some expensive-ass sandcastles. Look, I'm gonna keep looking for him. I'm just giving you a heads up, okay? Over an hour or whatever.
Will you stop? I get it. Get your happy ass in here.
Finally. Good work.
Mm-hmm.
I need to make this right. I'm gonna use the terminal up here and try and dig up what Monarch's really up to.
I'm not sure you're gonna like what you find. It's all rumors and conjecture from what I hear. I wasn't at the university, OP, but there's...
Tell us, what is going on here?
There were people from our group who took things too far.
Shit.
Things got very violent.
I'm so sorry, Jack.
And
They
that
forced me to do it.
I know.
Because of Jack Joyce.
There's nothing you could have done.
Sounds like a terrifying scene down there. We really
That
appreciate
map over
your
there should help you
bravery
figure out
going
a
on
route.
record to speak out
Yeah,
against
I know.
what appears to be such a dangerous person.
Okay, get to work. I got stuff to read.
Jack, you should take a look at the map.
Gil, were you with Power Unit at the uni, hearing all the kinds of rumors that Jack Joyce took out 7 squads on his own? They're saying he's Cronin active without any kind of tech. We're getting stories about him freezing operatives, disappearing into thin air, even heard one about him being at 2 places at the same damn time. I thought it was all bullshit, but we just got word that his transport went missing after it entered Ground Zero perimeter. How the hell does that happen? We got reason to be alarmed. They ain't telling us shit over here. Yeah, you guys really aren't prepared. Okay, so it seems like others need tech to be able to do what I do. But we ourselves don't. So rumors and conjecture from what I hear. I wasn't at the university operation, but there's no way Joyce took out all those guards. He's just some random guy, not a trained assassin. Stories floating around make it sound like he's shooting laser beams out of his goddamn asshole. Anyway, they got Liam Burke cutting him down right now, so it's safe to say he's fucked. Off the record, I heard Paul Serene has been investigating a potential traitor within Monarch. Somebody's been accusing all kinds of confidential information. Remember that research Dr. Mill was doing to find a permanent cure for Serene's sickness. Rumor has it somebody sabotaged the tests. Had to start over. Just a few weeks later, the uni-op goes sour, willing to bet the same person sabotaged us there. I mean, the uni-op was just kind of fucked from the beginning whenever, you went up against us.
Ground Zero. That's the same area my brother used to have his workshop. I may have to pass through there to get to Paul.
Paul? As in Paul Serene? That's why you're going to the dry docks.
Oh, yeah.
We have unfinished business. You may want to stay here until I'm done.
Yeah. I think you're right. I'll open the door for you.
Thanks.
Okay. Stay in contact. Find a radio. I'll be on channel 3.
Okay.
And be careful.
Yeah. You too.
Still no word on Joyce's location.
Yeah, heard his brother scream like a bitch when he died. When he shows his face, I'll make him do the same.
Son of a...
Press and hold RB to charge time blasts.
Hostile!
Oh, hostile, alright.
My powers were unpredictable. They kept growing by leaps and bounds.
Which seems to be theoretically impossible. Got him. Achievement. Everybody gather around.
I found a radio. You okay?
Mostly.
Monarch radio is lighting up. They heard a noise and know you're coming. Be careful.
Heard a noise?
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, I'm damn sure they heard a noise. I just made a hell of a lot of noise. I don't really care much, but I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would have heard something. Oh, got Cronin. This very much reminds me of Control. I think I already said that several times now, but it does remind me very much of Control. It's a very similar playstyle to it.
Contact!
Oh, gracious.
Gunner advancing on hostile!
Woo! Jack. That's a big boy. Did you just ask him if he wants to talk it out? He's not affected. Joy. Where the hell did the last one go? That is a powerful blast. How do I get up there? Ah, this might work. Let's deal with the big guy first and foremost. Boop. Ah, one hell of a boop. Okay.
Still okay out there?
Mostly.
Yeah. Any idea where I go next?
Well, before you said hi, Gatehouse Squad was talking about activating security measures to lock some door on the 2nd floor.
That's a start. Thanks.
Definitely a start. Oh.
Hey, Jack. The husky lady on Monarch radio seems to be unable to reach Gatehouse Squad. Remember the geared-up soldiers I mentioned who do the teleporty stuff you do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're intending to say hi back with a grudge. So
Good.
there's that. Regarding some kind of chronon particle harvesting operation. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm looking into it. Keep you posted.
Not quite sure either, though. I have an idea, and it's not a good one.
Hey, I just turned off security.
Uh-oh. Jack, they're coming your way.
Good for them. What's this? Am I gonna have to deal with you boys before I read my email? I think I... Never mind. They're not gonna be able to get to me. Beth, I'm starting to grow suspicious about what's going on here. I have a hunch you feel the same way. I've been allowed a lot of freedom to come and go in my position, but it comes to a cost of very low clearance. Most members of the team know something I don't, and they're not eager to share. Tomorrow's operation is more than a simple retrieval mission. There are dates and times marked with detailed events that are expected to come to pass. Seeing charts with fracture 415 labeled. It's way too much detail for a plan. It's like it's all been mapped out. How? Something big is coming, I can feel it. They told us our directive is to protect our world from dangers that lie ahead. If that's so, then why do I get the feeling that something's coming that we're doing absolutely nothing to stop? If anybody else knows this, then why the hell is nobody acting on it? I can't sit back and watch even if there's a chance that this could put Emily in danger. You know more. Serene won't answer my messages. Hatch's closed book. Huh. Been monitoring company email servers, found something interesting, just thought you might want to know. Huh. So he already had an inkling that something was wrong before he turned. Interesting.
Joyce just took out Gatehouse Squad and you still don't have eyes on him? What do they pay you for over there, huh?
Charlie, just tell me where he is.
Do I hear please?
Charlie?
Warehouse B4. Better hurry.
Storehouse 1. You heard him? Move in.
On our way.
Good luck with that. Boop.
Positive ID on Joyce.
The fuck? Don't question it. What the hell just happened? That was a fracture. Or yeah, hey. Or something else? I'm not exactly sure. Time is dismantling itself. Shield up. This is getting problematic.
The university. Press
And I'm getting worried that us using our powers may be hurting things more than they're helping. I mean, we need to survive, but still. There we go. I'm starting to get fearful us using our powers may be doing more damage than we realize. I feel like we're hurting time more than we're helping. Oh. You feel that, Jack? Things are breaking down. Act 2, Part 2, Ground Zero.
Yeah.
I did some digging.
October 9, 2016, 3 hours after fracture.
Some kind of fuel. It's used to power a device called the CFR. Ever heard of it?
No.
CFR? No, what is it?
I'm not sure, but it looks like it's at the center of everything Monarch's doing. The thing they stole from the university, this operation, everything's linked to the CFR somehow.
What the hell is Paul up to?
I don't know, and I think he's in over his head. I didn't get that one skill point I was hoping to get, but I couldn't figure out how to get to it. There it is! Crone contacts. Destroy Crone contacts by stacking bullets on them to create temporary stutter. There we go.
Gotta find a way out of here.
What's this?
No clearance down here. May have to head upward.
Note to self, yeah, that is what they're talking about. Hi. Take that. Sending a quick email to make sure that all divisions of the Crone R&D department are on schedule. As you know, Monarch will be moving to Phase 3 on October 9th upon completion of the university operation. High-level milestones, deliverables for Phase 2 are as follows. Ground Zero, Harvest Operation. By the end of Phase 2, we expect to officially harvest enough chrome particles from the Ground Zero operation to fuel necessary chrome tech indefinitely. Interesting. So they have chrome tech, which relies on chrome particles to run. Access to the red zone should be completely prohibited from this point forward. All harvesting equipment must be dismantled and returned to Monarch Tower during Phase 3. CFR research. All research regarding CFR must be complete, and the CFR must be returned to Monarch Tower for safekeeping. Lifeboat. Prototype testing phase. The lifeboat should be complete. Further testing will commence once the CFR is returned to Monarch Tower. Chrome Tech. Alpha build must be completed for armor, weaponry. Beta Tech will commence during Phase 3. So that's why they can do the power things. It's not because they're like me or Paul, it's because they are how do I put it? They're essentially using what allows us physically to do what we do, but focusing it with tech, meaning that they're able to do it without their bodies actually being changed. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Not your average elevator.
No, 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 it's not. That was cool. And there it goes. Temporary.
Jack, I found documents here about some kind of private gala Monarch is hosting tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight. After everything that's happened?
It has something to do with their future plans. Serene's delivering a speech, and the guest list has everybody from Monarch higher-ups to big-shot scientists to the mayor of Riverport, which raises the question, why now?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out.
Because we're reaching a point of no return. At some point or another, events are gonna begin occurring that are gonna set everything into motion. What occurs after that point will determine the fate of possibly everything. Everything and anything. What could and isn't, what is and maybe. All of it. Means progress.
Okay. Getting closer, I think.
Probably.
Now, which way's the dry dock?
There is one around here. What the hell? Ah.
There we go.
Give me a second. Trailer generator crapped itself. Hook up the car until get maintenance around to this. Ooh. Hi.
I got that briefcase we lifted from William Joyce's car. Laid
Oh.
out the contents in the trailer. You want me to go through?
No. Serene wants the first look. Till then, hands off.
That is what we need. A way to theoretically fix this. Here we go.
Okay, looks like the trailer has power now.
I'm sure. I'm
Paul's
sure
men
it's
had
health
taken the briefcase
reasons.
from Will's car, dump the contents on the table. Will had said he needed something from his briefcase to stop the fracture. Wasn't much there, but his phone and a key to the Bradbury swimming pool. Not the most obvious clues.
Jack,
Definitely
it's
not.
Beth. Monarch just got footage of your lady friend sniffing around some confidential Monarch files. Kind of a big no-no around here.
Amy, I gotta go back for her.
Don't. I'll pick her up. Where are you?
I'm on my way to Paul at the dry docks.
Serene's not the priority. I'm getting you out of there. I'll meet you at the dry docks. Channel 1 is the Monarch frequency. Use it to keep ahead of them. And Jack, don't do anything stupid.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Did you really just threaten to drag me out of here by my ear like a child? I mean, that's not what she said, but that's definitely what she implied. I can literally control time. I have killed hundreds of armed guards at this point, and I am one person. I'm not even trained. Actually, no, I am trained in gun. He is trained in gun stuff. Armaments or whatever. So he is trained to some degree, but still. Like, I don't think you could stop me if you wanted me to.
Shit.
Yeah, she's gone. For the time being, at least. The university operation has scattered far more attention than we expected. How does this impact our agenda moving forward? I'm concerned that Paul Serene will be paying closer attention to our actions. Perhaps we should delay making our move until things calm down. What? Nothing changes. We move forward. The university fallout was a setback, but we can use these complications to our advantage. Paul is focused on phase 3 of the plan. He's questioning if there are traitors within Monarch, but I'm confident that he does not know that where to look for them. We'll make sure to shift the blame elsewhere. The gal is going ahead tonight. It's when we make our next move. You take care of preparations, make sure Dr. Kim's lab is ready for detonation. Make sure that Paul is sufficiently distracted. There is a complete another conspiracy going on. So he has traitors in the way of Beth helping us try and stop him, and then he has them as traitors doing God knows what, but it's probably worse than whatever Paul's got planned. Don't worry about that.
HQ, we just heard an explosion near the harvest.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, take a wild guess who that could have been.
Charlie, get off the line. Striker team, take defensive positions around ground zero.
Roger.
Oh. Guessing, yeah. I'm on my way. And move out of their way. Ah. That's a new one. God. Usually when I have control of time, it's a more stable control. Having things being so unstable and messy is, well, it's complicated a lot of things. Definitely made things much more dangerous for me, as if they
I
weren't
recognized
already
Will's
dangerous.
workshop as soon as I saw the old billboard on top.
The area we refer to as Ground Zero.
It was clear that the workshop was at the center of the Monarch operation. I wanted to see what was in there, and it seemed to be the only way to the dry docks and Serene.
Got the word. Safeguard squad's checking out that explosion. Striker team is establishing a defensive perimeter around Ground Zero.
An entire striker team? For one guy?
University incident got HQ wetting their pants. The kid's gonna get torn apart like a goddamn piñata.
I'm sure I will.
We're not alone! Let's find him!
Oh, you'll find him all right. Got him. Oh, that feels so good.
Backup approaching green zone. Engaging target.
Got him. And he got me. Maybe using a car that can explode as cover is not the best idea. Oh, this is a tough spot.
Hostile!
Oh.
Striker 1, we're experiencing signs of an incoming
Reloading!
Safeguard, I want Joyce to remain before
It hits. Cool. Joyce, move.
Nice driving, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are a bit unlucky considering, you know, none of this affects me. Stutters and stuff just don't affect me. So I guess the plan is to climb over them. Okay, that works. Have fun. You good? Whoa. They're not affected. Hey, buddy.
Paul developed technology for his men to move through stutters. He knew the fracture would occur. Prepared for it.
Oh, shit.
And he never tried to stop it.
Yeah, that's the... Why didn't he try to... That's not gonna work. So, they need tech, but I don't. Got him.
Will never
Whew.
told you what he did in that workshop at Ground Zero?
No, never. He hid that part of his life from me. Nothing prepared me for the weirdness that was waiting there.
Oh,
Even
that's
was
not
just
a good
prelude to the
sign.
bad stuff that would follow in that same place later.
That's a great sign. I'm feeling he had more to do with this than we think. Even if he didn't know it. So once they die, they fall out of whatever was protecting them, allowing them to move through the stutter. They fall out of it once they die. Always is. Whoa. Caution, Ground Zero, absolutely no entry beyond this point.
No entry. I'm pretty sure that's more of a guideline than a rule.
You're used to interpreting rules as guidelines in your life, aren't you? I'm starting to get that feel from you. Whoa.
What the hell? What is this?
I think we just dropped to a different point in time completely? We just did that.
What is this?
Oh, things are getting worse.
Already happened.
I think we may have fallen out of the bounds of time, considering what we are and what we're able to do now. I think we have fallen out of the bounds of time, and now we're somewhere else, somewhere completely different.
What the fuck?
We've fallen out of the main time stream, and now things are breaking down around us. It's the old lab, I guess.
I specifically requested copper-clad niobium.
Well.
Whoa. Whoa.
There's no words to describe it. Will was gone, but he was all around me. This entire secret life he'd never talked about, everything he tried to protect me from, it surrounded me. A puzzle, trapped in broken time.
Ooh.
We all thought he wasted his research grant, his career, obsessing over some failed experiment. That's what he led us to believe. What he built there, it never failed.
It works. It works.
It works. Holy shit.
Need my grant extended another year. Please, don't do this. Hello?
What the hell? He figured out time travel long before Paul did, but there was something different between their two versions. Something that made his work.
I hope to God this works.
Will. It's gone.
Maybe in some way he started researching this because he got warned by Beth. And that's why he started developing all this. The time travel, the countermeasure, all of it. To make it work, to break it down, to learn how it works.
Come with me. I can survive this. You're the only other one who's seen what I've seen.
Don't do it, don't.
Give me the device.
What the hell?
I knew something went horribly wrong there, but it was scrambled. It's impossible to crack.
Okay, yeah, we need to get out of here. 3 hours after fracture. Yeah, we need to get out of here. This is getting dangerous. Time is completely breaking down. If we stay here too long, we may not be able to leave. Huh. What was that? The hell was that? It's a mural. And that was Beth, right? That was Beth who had taken the countermeasure? Maybe Beth is and or will become like us and will use her powers. It seems like everyone has different powers.
Every unanswered question I had was compounded by what I'd seen at that workshop. The events at the university were part of something much bigger.
Much
Something that had
bigger.
started 17 years ago.
Oof, time travel hurts. Oh, I think we're out. So, stay out of red zones.
Okay, dry dock. Get to the dry dock. I'm almost there.
Yeah, I think we may need to
Gotta get to
refocus ourselves a little bit. Interesting. So it seems like anyone who is exposed to enough of the Cronin to gain powers, they gain different abilities. The one guy, I mean, they seem to all have baseline abilities. You know, being able to jump through time, move unaffected by the skips, all of that stuff. But as well, like, the one guy got premonitions, and he was able to see how certain decisions he was about to do could play out in a certain way if things go the way they want them to. And then there is Jack, who seems to be more in control. He can pull some people out. He's able to move through time and kind of see it in a way that others can't. There's every possibility that Beth becomes a time traveler, is able to move through time, not just see it. Trespasser alert, Amy Ferrero is in the goddamn security station unsupervised. My understanding was that Amy Ferrero was supposed to be recording a series of false confessions for a PR campaign. Clearly that's not the case. Yeah, also your campaign's gonna fall apart now that you don't have her. How do I know she's unsupervised? Because A, she's in a goddamn security station, and B, she's digging through sensitive Monarch files and transferring them to a USB stick. No big deal, just, you know, all of Monarch's secrets. Radio alert has been in effect. Congregate on her location immediately. Do not let that USB stick leave this operation. Yeah, that's kind of difficult to do when you got a time god to fight. Oh, and remember Jack Joyce, the guy you were supposed to stop from turning our entire operation into a clusterfuck? Maybe get on that while we still have an operation left. Can I just act like you were natural environment, you know, high school locker room, and he's the kid you can read a full who can read a full sentence without moving his lips. Just fuck him up. You have a problem, dude. I'm gonna enjoy getting to shoot you. The hell? I'll have to move through here to get back there. Okay, time to go back into the fray. I'm not even gonna waste time powers on you.
Cronon syndrome. He'd had his powers much longer than me. What was the cause? Was I sick as well, or was it his time travel? I didn't know. it didn't make anything he'd done any less hateful.
Yeah. The thing is, that is the difference. He gained his powers and then traveled through time. We gained our powers but left the building. Our powers are still developing. His seem to have been permanent from what they were. He's never mentioned them developing into what they became. It seems like they were what they were. And that was that. Dear Maria, would it be possible to gain access to Dr. Kim's lab in order to search for any files that might assist in our research? Concerned about the slow progress in developing a permanent cure for Paul Aaron's Cronin syndrome. The treatments are only a temporary solution. I know that Dr. Kim was close to discovering a cure at the time of his death. I know that you use this lab to administer Paul Aaron's treatments, but if I could borrow your key card during the galley tonight, perhaps I can investigate this further while everybody is occupied with other matters. Fiona, I share your concern. Paul's treatments are becoming increasingly ineffective, and I hypothesize that the onset of the fracture will increase the Crohn syndrome's rate of progression exponentially. I've been trying to take a more calculated approach at finding a permanent cure for Paul's sickness, but Monarch Hatch has shifted all the necessary resources into our tech division instead. I'm beginning to question his behavior. Every attempt I made to discover a cure has been met with Martin's red tape. Just between us, I'm starting to wonder if Martin even wants Paul to be cured. It seems like Martin's using Paul. Just don't know for what. I've been looking into Martin's past. He began working for Monarch in 2001, but I couldn't find any records about his past or any aspect of his life before then. It's almost as if he just appeared out of nowhere. He was the only one present during the accident that claimed Dr. Kim's life. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I do wonder what his agenda truly is. Regarding your question, unfortunately there is nothing of value in Dr. Kim's lab aside from Paul's syringe treatments and confidential files. There'd be no use to your research. Huh. So there is a deeper conspiracy going on here, we just don't quite know what it is. Beth, they're saying that William and Jack Joyce have both been detained? What? Did you manage to get William first? Did he reveal the location of the countermeasure? You said you could get Jack out of there. What happened? Interesting developments over here with the team's focus on the university op. I managed to dig through an old email correspondence between Paul and Serene and Dr. Kim. The content of the message is very cryptic, but before he died, Kim was running some kind of tests from his lab. And William's research and a device related to this were somehow connected to what he was doing. Did you know about this countermeasure? I need to get into Kim's lab to find out more about that place. I've been on restricted access since he died. Not a lot of choice though. If Jack and William are in custody, then that lab may be our only lead left. Not sure how to do it. I'm sure as hell can't just ask somebody to let me in there. Huh. And what happened back there in the lab, I think that may have been where Paul, Beth, maybe with a machine, maybe through her own powers, possibly some point in the future, going back, and William of the present in that time all met in conjuncture, and the three differences in time kind of corrupted everything. It mixed up the waves so much that we can't see it properly. Can't see it clearly. William Joyce is dead. Our only shot at stopping this thing is Jack. He can lead us to a countermeasure, I still believe that. Serene got Jack first at the university. Too much heat for me to intervene. He's been moved to Ground Zero. I'm following the convoy there and we'll rescue him once his transport is past security checkpoints. Not gonna be easy, but it might be our only shot. Keep clear wind cut distracted so he's not looking over the security feeds. Oh. My cover won't last much longer. You need to buy me eyes on the inside. I agree you should check into Dr. Kim's lab and let me know what you find. I know gaining access will be difficult, but with the galley tonight you might have a window. Might be able to steal Dr. Aaron's keycard. Interesting. So she didn't want to look into a cure. She was trying to get closer to the possible countermeasure. So we got two allies on the inside and a conspiracy working against Paul. Oh, what now?
Yeah. Jack. I
Aye.
understand that Will forced my hand.
What the hell happened to you?
There's no
You killed him!
I'll explain when the time is right. You'll meet me tonight at the Monarch Gala.
Gala? Time's ending and you're having a fucking party.
Because when time ends, my plan...
We do this now. I'm not meeting you at...
you are. I've already seen it happen.
Seen what? What's this all for?
Goodbye, Jack.
No!
See, I want to hate him, but at the same time, I'm feeling like there's something we just don't know. Sir, I've been thinking about Burke. I know you're working closely with him for a while now, and he's been useful, but there are assignments we can't use him for because of his insufficient security clearance. For instance, having to keep him in the dark about much of what will happen at the university, about the stutters we're expecting, about where it'll lead, makes him a far less effective field operative than I'd prefer, causing quite a bit of logistics difficulty. And given that he's still going to be part of the operation, and frankly, it feels like wasted potential. I'd like you to consider the possibility of bringing Burke into the fold. He's completed most of the striker training, and even though he didn't finish the program, he made an impression on me as a tremendously capable asset. His service record is exemplary, and he has a well-earned reputation as somebody who gets things done. No questions asked. By the same token, I would love to include Burke in our long-term plans. We could use a man like him in our corner, and I could deploy him far more effectively. Let me know what you think. I understand why you consider Mr. Burke an asset to our future plans. Unfortunately, while he is an exemplary individual, he is less suitable for the kind of duties you have in mind than may be immediately obvious. I'll explain. Yes, he's been trained as a striker, but Mr. Burke was disqualified, and for good reason. The men we have chosen to be strikers have strict physical requirements, a certain moral flexibility, and the kind of killer instinct you have to be born with, cultivated to a finer degree. A ferocious knack for survival. Mr. Burke certainly has those qualities. He wasn't disqualified from the striker program because he lacked them, or because he couldn't wrap his head around the technical aspects of operating the technology. In fact, his performance was expeditionary. Whatever. Tired. So I fully agree with you that he's an impressive operative. But strikers, by their very nature, had to be made aware of Project Lifeboat and its purpose, at least on a general level, and that means they had to be able to accept its implications. Ooh. Unfortunately, Mr. Burke has a deep attachment to his wife, and the fact that even if we brought Mr. Burke in, that wouldn't guarantee a spot for her in the program. To be blunt, we don't need any more nurses. We're already at capacity overall. We need Burke. We need Mr. Burke, but we don't need his wife. Mr. Burke would never accept that, particularly now that Mrs. Burke is pregnant. Therefore, it is vital that he doesn't understand the nature and scope of the threat we face. So, these lifeboats are like literally lifeboats. But to what? If time ends, the universe ends. Like, even if you could theoretically, like we just did, fall outside of time to a place where you'd be safe, where the hell are you gonna go after that? They do have people picked for, like, nurses and other jobs that they'll need. As for having him play a role in other aspects of future developments, I suspect that despite his seemingly abnormal nature, Mr. Burke may have other qualms he's not consciously aware of. If he ever has truly made a choice between conflict loyalties, he may take a stand on principle and elect to act on his own best interests. It's a chance I'm willing to take. Given the very recent events at the drydocks, I now see exactly what you mean. Certainly, you were right about Burke's loyalties being more feckle than they appear. Of course, we have plenty of unanswered questions about how it came to this to begin with. I don't see why Burke would be involved with Joyce. There's no way he did it out of some kind of altruistic urge. There must be more to it. No, Burke didn't divert Joyce's transport since whereabouts at that time were accounted for. So there has to be somebody else involved too. Yeah, that's the thing. They don't know about Beth just yet. They don't realize that... I mean, they suspect her, but... They seem to suspect a lot of people. They don't understand that Beth is also there, and he was just kind of... there. He acted on survival instinct more than anything else. I hate this. There's something we don't know yet. And I hate the fact that we don't know it. The fuck is that? Martin, first of all, I have to again register my objection. What you have me do under the guise of a psych evaluation is blame violation of Liam Burke's doctor-patient confidentiality, and the only reason I'm doing this is because you leave me no other choice. Now, I recognize that in the world to come, our current rules and legislations, even our standards of morality, may no longer be applicable. But we aren't there yet. You and Mr. Serene are placing the long-term mental well-being of hundreds of individuals in my hand. And I'm telling you right now, if they don't trust not only me, but the system that put us all in our particular positions, then there's no way we can recover from it. On to Burke, it is my considered professional opinion that the man is a bit of a power keg. For all his calm exterior, he's under tremendous pressure. I understand your reasoning for pulling him out of the Striker program, but what you have essentially done is instill in him a sense of encroaching doom. He doesn't know the specifics, obviously. He didn't make it far enough into the program to be briefed on that, but he knows that we're preparing for a future threat that is somehow related to the flow of time being interrupted. And that there are dangers out there, dangers that we're specifically being trained striker units for. So they see it as an interruption of time, not a destruction of time. That is a distinct difference. There are men who are content to merely follow orders and let others worry about the consequences. Burke is not one of them. He's willing to commit acts of violence without asking why, but don't mistake the lack of qualm for blind obedience. Burke needs agency. He has a fundamental need to feel in control of his life, and you have put him in a position where that's no longer possible for him. He's good at seeing patterns and drawing accurate conclusions from the facts available to him, and he has deduced, quite correctly, that he was being trained for a specific scenario that Monarch believes will happen. He is also painfully aware of the fact that if and when that scenario arrives, he will not be part of the solution. He understands the nature of the Striker suits, that they are only useful in a zero-state situation, and he understands that in such a situation, a man without a Striker suit is essentially dead. He doesn't know about the lifeboat protocol, obviously, but if he did, he'd then also know he's not a part of it. Either way, the bottom line is that he's a hopeless situation. He fears that the end of the world is coming, and he knows that if it does, the only way he could survive it is with the technology Monarch has denied him access to. He doesn't understand the details or even the exact nature of that end of the world, and I got lost. But that just makes it worse. Fear and lack of understanding breed tumultuous anxiety, Mr. Hatch. He may not show it, but believe me, Burke feels it for himself and for his family. It may interest you to know that his wife is pregnant. You can understand how that adds to the pressure. To be honest, given the parameters we're operating under, I don't know how to resolve this. In Burke, you have a tremendously effective operative, but you put him in an impossible position. I believe he will remain effective as long as he doesn't have reason to believe that the scenario he fears is imminent. But once he believes it has arrived, all bets are off. That is, unless you can give him hope of survival. But at this point, resentment and suspicion are starting to turn into paranoia, and frankly, I'm not sure he would trust either of us anymore. And speaking out of trust, I recommend that you think about what I said in the opening paragraph, Martin. Greatest challenge and our greatest assets and subject to years to come won't be technological, but all too human. Don't make the mistake of seeing people as just entries on a spreadsheet. Yeah, it seems like whatever their plan is solely relying on the complete and utter compliance of a lot of different people. and seems to go based off the assumption that it seems like maybe the lifeboat is meant to be like a lifeboat, something temporary, something to hold them over until the problem resolves itself in a way that allows them to return, even if only partially. But the problem is, that's assuming that the problem will resolve itself at all. It's assuming that time will uninterrupt itself, fix itself. So a lot of assumptions being made, and it's not a good idea to be making assumptions. God, there's so much reading. Crap. There he goes.
Sir.
Paul.
Coward. Whoa. What did he just... Jack? Move. Crap. Jack, we need to move now. Ooh, stutter. Yes. We can use this. Of course, he freaking ran.
Holy shit. Focus, Jack. Gotta move. Come on.
Looking on it. Back up, back up, back up. He does. I'm not sure he fully realizes the extent of our powers. We can influence the movement of time. Damn it. Passed it.
Stutters were getting bad.
Yeah, you're saying.
Back and forth without warning.
I'm kidding, they're getting bad.
At the time, I didn't think it'd get much worse.
But we both know it did.
What the fuck does that mean? Good.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh, definitely. So let's just not be in there then. Okay? Let's not find out. We need to get out of here before this entire thing falls apart. Whoa, whoa. Crap. There goes the stutter. Just... Okay, just hold on to something, Jack. Time is not happy.
Need to get the hell out of here.
Oh. Get the hell out of where? I think you mean get the hell out of when. Jesus. Let's just try to survive. God.
It's like a goddamn maze in here.
Oh, you're telling me. Oh, this is getting confusing. It's terrifying that everything is just shifting around us, and at any point in time, climb the fucking crate, Jack. It's terrifying that at any point in time, all of this could just come collapsing down in one failed move. One swift motion if the freaking skip decides to just fall apart completely and utterly in one moment.
Okay, keep going.
We'd be so screwed. Oh, crap, 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 crap.
Oh, no, not again.
Got it. Oh, shit, I think we fell out completely. Woo. Nope, not quite. Damn it. Oh, okay, come on. Really, guys? Not the time. See, they have tech which allows them to move at not be affected, but it's not quite the same as what we are. We're not just not affected, we're in control. These stutters, these powers are our own.
Beth had been on her way to meet me. I expected she was frozen somewhere up there, by the side of the dry dock.
Probably. And that's about as much as I expect from this. Oh, look at the sky. It's completely busted. Jack, even if we manage to not allow time to end and fix it, we're still gonna have a lot of problems to fix. And there's probably still gonna be consequences to just everything that has occurred. Time is not happy, and I'm doubtful it's gonna be easy to fix. Oh. What was that explosion? October 9, 2016. 3 hours after fracture.
Exact words were don't do anything stupid.
I did something stupid.
Well, time to start. Get in.
Yes, ma'am.
What if I don't trust you?
Then shoot me.
Also, what can she really do?
I'm sorry, but I'm taking the van.
Ow!
Not listening to me back there. Ow. You want to stop time from breaking down? You need my help.
Fair enough.
And thanks, by the way, for the +1 in the back seat. Starting to feel like goddamn babysitter.
Babysitter? You kidding me? I got good intel off that computer. Bitch.
Let's not fight.
My ride, my music. Deal with it.
Whatever.
Who the fuck are you people?
Oh, you have no idea. Oh, that's the end of that.
What led you to the swimming hall?
Will said there was something important in his briefcase. All I found was a key with Bradbury Swimming Hall on the chain. Only lead we had. I guess this is it.
Guess so.
This building's been shut down for years.
Perfect place to hide something you don't want found.
I think it's time you tell me what you know.
I know your brother built the one thing that can stop the fracture. I know we're meant to find it, and I know Monarch doesn't want us to.
And yet you're
Why,
right there
though?
before.
I like the way their pants fit.
Yeah? I bet you like the paycheck, too.
Fair enough.
Had to create a cover to gather information. You've known about this for a few hours. I've been preparing for it for most of my life.
Huh.
You weren't aware that William owned the place?
There's a lot I didn't know about Will.
We need to find your brother's countermeasure.
Oi!
Fast.
Sorry.
Things will get worse as the fracture progresses. And Monarch will be turning Riverport over looking for you.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. So, based off what we've seen, there is a way to stop it. But they don't want it to be stopped.
What? Jack, that key you got from Will's briefcase.
Yeah, shut up. I want to do my outro. Right now, I'm going to leave this episode on Quantum Break off here. Once again, if you want to watch the kind of episode portion that happened at the beginning, that's down in the description. Anytime one of those pops up, that will be down in the description. Every single time. So, you know, if you want to watch that, it's down there. Yeah. A lot of fun. Really, really, really interesting. A bit confusing in many ways. And it seems like William did figure out the time travel beforehand. I'm gonna stop trying to figure this out because it is clear we are missing a ton of information amongst all this. Very, very clear. So I'm just gonna shut up and do my outro. Right now, hope you all enjoyed this episode on Quantum Break. If you did, think about leaving a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Other than that, be good, be one, we'll see all of you in the next one. Goodbye.